Hi, I'm Dr. Stan Gross. I'd like to spend a little time talking about another one of our very popular products called Prepro Defense. The biggest problem I've had in the past with probiotic products out there is the inconsideration of it. What do I mean by that? Well, when vitamin and supplement producers put a product together, they don't take into consideration the physiology of the body. So if we're trying to reset and balance the microflora, that is to say the bacterial colonies of the body, we forget that they're also made of protein. So we take them into our mouths and we swallow them, we try to get them into our intestinal tract, but most of them become exposed either in the stomach or just into the early recesses of the intestinal tract, which is still acidic, and the proteins become amino acids. They're no longer bacteria. Well, we can do things like putting a special gel formula on the capsule itself, but then in many cases that offends the process because in some cases they use animal gelatin substances and many people object to that. So we were looking for something that, one, got the bacteria, most of the colonies of the bacteria where we wanted it to be. Number two, offered enough food, that is to say prebiotic, so that the bacteria had a fighting chance. But let's go one step further. So we reintroduce the most vulnerable strains of bacteria in the intestinal tract, and we give it enough fuel to survive, to make its way into the intestinal tract and make its way through to provide balance. What if we added an enzyme to this that acted like a catalyst, so that if you had an advantageous group, an advantageous colony of bacteria, it would, through catalytic exchange, cause apoptosis, or destruction of that bacterial colony? Not all of it. We don't want all of it to be destroyed. We just want balance. And what if the cell remnants, the cytokines, became then, through enzyme activity, again through catalytic exchange, what if that became food or nourishment to the rest of the bacterial colony? Well, what that would do would be to increase the bacterial flora, that is to say the balance of bacteria in the intestinal tract, at a much faster rate. So, next question, it's obvious. What causes that imbalance? Well, lots of things. Dietary stress. And if you're an American or a European, you have dietary stress. That's all there is to it. Whether you're from the United States, Canada, or Mexico, you have dietary stress. If you're from a developing country, if you're from Southeast Asia or Central and South America, and you drink some of your own water, you have dietary stress. You have advantageous bacteria jumping in, and those of us who have less than powerful balancing qualities to our intestinal tract will get very ill on your water. Trust me, I know. So this would be ideal for someone who's suffering from Teresta or from water contamination of some sort, whether it be in Mexico, South America, Southeast Asia. I got mine in Southeast Asia. But what if you're on a long-term course or even a short-term course on broad-spectrum antibiotics? You're also in intestinal stress. What if you just have a terrible diet? What if you're under a lot of emotional and mental stress? Can that change your bacterial stress, your bacterial balance? Sure it can. Change your pH. It can make it so that certain bacteria become more advantageous than others. So, that's who needs this. That's the person who needs this the most. And that might be you. And I'm sure you have questions. If you have questions, I'd be delighted to answer them. Please enter them into our webpage down below, and I'd be happy to address them. There's a chance I'll be in a city near you very soon. If that's the case, I'd love to meet you. Meanwhile, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.